on the food.
Get germs on the food, exactly. Anybody else? So, what do you think are good hand washing techniques?
Takes away your germs.
It takes away germs. So,
What's a technique, Maya?
so what is a good way to wash our hands to make sure we get all those germs off, right?
My mom says to wash them at least 20 minutes.
20
20
minutes?
minutes, maybe like 20 seconds.
So what is 20 seconds? How do you know what 20 seconds is?
Count by what?
Count 1, 2. What's something else you can do?
Insane.
Count by 5.
Count by 5 to what? 100, that's right.
You can even sing like a happy birthday song to yourself. Say like happy birthday while you wash your hands, right?
Yeah.
With warm water and what else?
So,
Exactly. So yeah, and when we're cooking, what is something we shouldn't do while we're cooking?
like put your hand in and go.
Yeah, don't do that. But what about food safety? Like make sure we don't spread our germs.
Not sneeze on your food.
Not
There you
sneeze on your food. Yeah. Don't spit food. Maybe not like play with your hair, like put your hands on your face or anything, right?
Yeah.
So if you do that, if you happen to be playing with your hair, what are you going to do now, Oscar? You play with your hair.
I need to wash my hair.
Exactly.
I have a question. So we said wash your hands for 20 seconds. Does that mean I put some soap on and then I stick my hands under the water for 20 seconds?
No, you put soap on. Then you put soap on it. Then you rub the soap. Then you put your hands on the water.
So I rub the soap for how long?
10 seconds.
20 seconds. That's how long. So you're going to be doing all that scrubbing.
Yeah.
Right? Everything really good. All over. Do you just rub like this?
No.
Where should you rub?
This.
Everywhere. Let's all practice. Let me see how you do it. On the back.
Then you don't rub your head.
Under your fingernails. Because I saw some of you guys had dirt under your fingernails from planting. I don't want that in my food.
Yeah, we want
Okay, see, there you go. You got to get that off. Okay.
So now we're gonna go wash our hands before we start cooking. Ready? So you're gonna be cutting with your right hand. Okay, so you're gonna have the knife in that right hand.
Chance back behind your back, please.
Yeah. And then you're gonna take that other hand and you're gonna make something called a claw. So stick your hands out, that left hand, and you have to open that.
Yeah, she wasn't listening.
Okay, so you gotta stick out and then you're gonna curl your fingers in. Okay.
Like
And
a
then claw. So to make sure you don't cut your fingers. Okay. And another thing we should think about when we have the knives out is everybody listens to like what we're saying, okay? And don't play around with them because it's really important so no one gets hurt, right? You see how kind of like round it is and so it moves everywhere, right?
Is that safe?
That's not safe, right? Because we could like cut and slip and hurt ourselves, right? So we're gonna need like to create a flat surface. So we can go ahead and since we have the ends, have that, but you can cut down the middle. Right? And then you have an even more flat surface, and then you're going to slice it, okay?
So what are herbs and spices? She talked about herbs and spices. What are they good for? What's a good? What can you replace with herbs and spices? Salt. Yeah, that's one of the main ones that really in our diets nowadays. We really just have really high salt consumption, sodium consumption. That's because a lot of the foods that are prepared are usually prepared with salt, and that we usually add the majority of the salt in our diets outside of preparing the foods. So all the salt that we put on our food, that's just way excess salt. So there's already salt in the food, so you're just putting more on top of it. So you're just getting even more salt. So that's what's not great about putting a lot of salt after you already cooked it. And that's what's great about using the herbs and spices to flavor your foods. It's good, and it's not bad for you, and it just replaces eating too much sodium. So.
This is mainly dessert. It's used for usually ice cream.
Yeah.
Well, why is ice cream? Why is yogurt better for us than ice cream?
Because
Ice cream has no sugar.
Yeah, that's,
Yogurt is healthy and ice cream isn't.
yeah.
Or do you like, who likes cheeseburgers?
Cheeseburger.
Right? So how could we make a cheeseburger a little healthier?
Cheeseburger.
What about egg cheese? Yeah? Let's get
Lettuce.
lettuce. Yeah, you could add vegetables and stuff to it. What could you do to the cheese? What kind of cheese could you choose? Hey,
Any cheese.
What kind of cheese is the healthiest? Do you remember? Like the whole fat, reduced fat, or low fat?
Any.
Let's try again. I know you know. Is it healthy to have a lot of fat?
For me it is.
Alright, so do you guys remember talking about low fat or fat free options in dairy? Right? So that's a way we can make it healthier. I have a question. We're going to go over our recipe that we're eating right now. So I know some of you like it and some of you don't like it, but thanks everyone for trying. That was really good.
But I don't like it, but I'm eating.
Okay.
Well, let's
That's
see.
kinda
Can
cool.
one
Thanks
person
for
tell
trying
me a
A lot of the recipes that we've been making with you guys, we've substituted vegetables in and out. Like once you get your books to take home, you might see that we made it with different fruits or vegetables than what's in the book, and a lot of that has to do with what's in season. So like today I know, a little hint, we're supposed to be using broccoli in our dish, and we are using some broccoli, but we're also using zucchini, which is in season right now. And that's a way to make your meals cheaper and a way to get a variety of nutrients and all that in your diet.
So has anyone ever heard of stores like Costco or BJ's where you buy in bulk? So this is kind of the idea behind those buy in bulk stores. Even though you might spend more to buy a huge box of cereal at one of those stores, if you divide the cost of the cereal by the units of cereal or the ounces of cereal, then every ounce of cereal is less expensive than if you just buy it in a regular box at the store. Does that make sense to anyone? No?
Other facts about the grocery store that we talked about at the end of last week. Do you guys remember what that is? Kind of some key little rules that you should follow when you're wanting to take a trip to the grocery store.
Okay.
That's good when you're there, but think about before you go.
Make a list.
Make a list. Perfect. Okay, so why do you want to make a list?
Because you don't go in there and buy.
Right, okay. And then, what about your ingredients and stuff? Don't you want to pre-check what you have? Antonio. Okay.
Also, I'm thinking about a certain house.
So Antonio, why would you make a grocery list?
So, I can get what I want.
Right. Right, so it's quicker, it saves time. Yep.
And you can already know what's in it, like what you need to get, so you don't have to buy the same thing.
Exactly. You don't want to keep buying stuff you already have.
Oh.
So what we're going to do is I picked up these flyers this morning from Food Lion, and so we're going to pass out these flyers. We'll give each team a couple. Do we have anyone from Make It Special here today?
No.
Make It Special? Okay, so this will be between the Culinaris and Esteem. So I'll hand out to each group these flyers, and the challenge is to make a meal for under $10 using these flyers.
Okay, that'll be.
So the one thing for the frittata is like a very easy dish to make, and it's something that you can use like make with whatever like leftover vegetables you have, or you can substitute any vegetable you like. You can add chicken to it. My son likes to add even pasta. Like, everybody's looking at me, so I don't know. Like one thing my son likes to do, like he likes to add pasta to the like when we make frittata, we have leftover pasta. Like, remember when we make the macaroni and I said like I freeze them? I freeze the extra like boiled pasta in the freezer. Then if you have like that, you can just mix it up in your eggs and have like one dish thing. And you can make this and you can keep it in your freezer, in your refrigerator. You can keep like for like 2-3 days in the refrigerator if you don't eat it all.
Do you think that you could try to make a recipe at home this week, a fast food recipe? Maybe, right? So something that I might try to make this week is sweet potato fries. Have you guys ever tried to make those?
Oh, so you made the banana pudding?
Yeah.
Did you make the banana pudding too? Did you make it in the bag? Good. Did you show it to your parents or anything, or any of your
My parents
brothers
tried.
and sisters? They did.
Did they like
Did they
it?
like it? Awesome.
Allison?
Did you have enough to make like 2 of them to make kind of a big batch? You did?
Did
Okay.
everyone like it?
Yeah.
Good.
Here's an eraser for y'all.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Do y'all have, you weren't here last week, but that's okay. You got next week and come back and give me a story, okay? Did y'all?
This don't take long.
No, it doesn't. What, isn't that an easy snack that you can make at your house?
Yeah.
With whatever fruit you want, right?
Yeah. Spinach leaves. So then you can pick them, and then what can you do with them?
Eat them.
Eat them. That's right. How can we eat our spinach?
Putting it as
A salad, a tasty salad with lots of fruits and vegetables. What else? What can we do with our spinach?
Okay, so here we see there's different lessons, and there's week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. Does everyone see that? Okay, so let's go to week 3, because that's the week we're in today, right? Okay, what page is that? Okay, flip to that page. Okay, so here we find, if we flip the page once more, you find the things that relate to this lesson and the activities and nutrition things that relate to this lesson, right?
You can always go back and refer to what we've learned when you take these books home at the end.
Did y'all want to cut zucchini or did y'all want to be part of the pumpkin? Which one did you want to do? Okay. All four? Yeah. I'm going to get your cut board then.
Eggs cracked. Who wants to crack your eggs?
You said you want to?
Yes, you can crack them. So I need to do all of it. Yeah, half here and half here. That's right. Okay, so we got the muffin. Next here. And this one you can freeze. Like you can make your recipe. That's good. What a part of it.
Cookie. If you're done, you can grab a cookie and head out. And we'll see you next week.
Bye, everyone.
You're delicious.
Thanks. See you, buddy.
Okay, you can leave it on your
Just
chair.
put it on your chair.
Any more sprinkle ones?
You have your name
There's
tag?
no more sprinkled ones.
Look right there.
Left it on your chair?
No. Bye.
Here you go.
What?
Yes. You're welcome.
Go for it. Leave your book. Are you gonna give them to Jay? Okay, perfect.
1 second.
You get a whole.
Oh, no.
No. We didn't.
Okay, now we got like super cleaning mode.
Go.
Look at this room.
Can I get one more cookie? You already have.
I'm supposed to be meeting friends for
I
dinner in like
wanted
half hour.
These are amazing.
They're yours. We need to clean up there.
Jay, you can have the last one.
All right, let's just put it all in a box. Scrape, put it in a box. Oh, put it
The
in the
box is
dishwasher.
right there.
Put it in a dishwasher at my house.
Alice.
Sarah?
Yeah.
OMG. We have so much to do right now.
Oh,
Go, gang.
Oh, great.
So y'all three can make yours first, okay? And then I want everyone following around here to come up one at a time. We can make ours, okay?
Can one person tell me a food group that is in this recipe? Yeah, Oscar?
When you taste it, do not like spit it out in front of people.
That's a good rule, but what's a food group that you're eating?
Oh,
You're like-
spaghetti.
Which is?
Oh,
Starts with a G.
Grain.
Grain.
Yeah.
Great job.
Good job.
What about you, Rachel? Dairy, what's dairy in it?
Yeah. Milk.
Milk.
Yeah.
Can anyone name another dairy item that we put in there? What is it, Alexia?
Cheese.
Cheese. Do you guys remember
Spaghetti.
did you guys see when we put in the cottage cheese?
What?
Do you remember that?
Tomato.
Hey Jordan, do you guys remember putting the cottage cheese in the macaroni and cheese?
What?
Cottage
Tomato.
cheese is what you guys also got in your bag today. Can I hold yours up real quick?
Juan put the cottage cheese in there.
All right, Juan, do you remember putting this in?
Cottage cheese.
All right, cottage cheese, you got that today too. So Alexi, what's another food group?
Yeah, this thing butter.
Butter, that's dairy
That's a
too.
dairy.
What about you, Ariana? Hey Jordan, what's a food group that you're eating right now? It can be in your juice too. Orange. What's an orange?
It's fruit.
What kind of food group is it?
Thank you.
What is it? What is it, Jordan? I haven't heard you say it yet. What is it? A fruit. Good job.
Good job.
Who can tell me the 3 things that the plant needs to grow?
Water. Sun. Seeds. Wait.
Seeds? Yeah.
How many people have ever seen this before? You have?
Yep.
Really? What's it called?
I forgot wait. I don't know.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. My pyramid. So do you know what it's for?
Right. It's like for your food, vegetables, drink,
So excellent. That's like really good. So you guys, we're gonna call. Does anybody know another word for like breads and cereals? Like
grains.
Excellent. So we're gonna call this grains. So I have a question as far as the drink that you guys made. Now, why did we add water? Why did we add water?
Because the juice from orange, they had like kind of too much sugar on it.
Exactly.
And the apple had like more sugar.
Had a lot of sugar, so
That's exactly right.
So that word, the new word that you learned today was how to dilute.
Do you guys like wheat bread?
No.
Why? Is it because of taste?
Yes.
Okay, good.
What's the difference in taste? Is it like
White bread.
Or white? Could you be more specific?
It's
like what's the difference in taste between white and wheat?
Hold on. Why? What don't you like about wheat bread? Do you like wheat bread? No? Okay, tell us why not.
It smells delicious.
Can anyone help Amir? Why don't we like wheat bread?
I don't like wheat bread.
Why?
You don't?
Cause I don't know. Yeah.
So for a little bit of a review, can anyone tell me what we learned about last week? I know that's kind of a broad question, but just, yeah.
Well, we've actually talked about it, some of us, since you were here last week. The visual that you did with us, with the Crisco teaspoons for each gram of fat on the piece of bread, let me tell you, every time we thought about going to a fast food and thinking about ordering something, it was like that piece of bread was right there in the visual with the Crisco on it.
You just see it when you sleep at night, you're just like thinking about it.
You know?
So we talked about in week 2, I think it was, we talked about you can buy fresh, you can buy frozen, and canned. So just to review, what are the pros and cons of each of those types? Going on to the bell peppers, there's obviously different colors. We've used a few different colors this last year.
Red.
Right, what are the differences in taste? Are there any differences, or they just come in different colors? What do you think?
So the difference on the bell peppers is actually the green pepper is actually unripe pepper. The green is actually picked early, like in the same way like that if you take a green vegetable, like an unripe. The green pepper is actually not the ripe fruit. That's why it's less sweet.
That's awesome.
So it was
encouraging.
Good.
Nice. And I got them to, they tried, they said they made the quesadillas at home too.
That's awesome, because one thing we forgot to do last week is we forgot to mention we're going to do challenges at the end of every week.
Twist on so it's overlaid in heat on the stove top until golden brown and make watch carefully slowly don't burn.
Okay, so saute, basically put them in the pan and heat them up a little bit.
Right. Okay, so water is an important nutrient for the plant, right? It needs that to grow.
What's a nutrient?
A nutrient is something that helps the plant grow.
Listen, what we're going to do is we're actually going to set up what we call a mock grocery store. It's like a pretend grocery store, right? So mock is kind of like practice, right? So it's going to be like a pretend grocery store. Okay, so one of the things that I want to make sure that you learn throughout this entire 5 weeks is the 5 food groups.
What?
The dessert? Oh,
That's not a
oils.
food group.
That's your good oils, but that's not a food group. This little slither right here represents good oils. That's like olive oil, that kind of thing.
Vegetable oil.
Yes. And you can get some of that from like nuts, right? That's some of your good oils, but this right, that's what that little sliver is that you see. But that's not a food group. So
Excuse me.
Well, how about we put everything near the front now?
No, but there's
kind of
always
spread
people
out.
walking around here because there's so many apartments and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So if you guys could just stay
y'all can sit
around here, then
Yeah,
we'll
like
find
in
your
the
name
same
tag
table?
for you.
Oh wow.
okay, try it if you want to. On that bottom
And if you
shelf.
know what it is, tell us.
Okay, so the first thing is don't touch. All right,
Yeah, don't
we're
touch
gonna
it.
we're gonna tell you when to touch. Anybody?
Not a cucumber, not a pepino.
A who?
It's not a pepino. No. A pepino is cucumber in Spanish. No, not a pepino.
It looks like one though, doesn't
Oh,
it?
pepino. I'm glad you're good. I'll start saying that.
And they're both green.
Yes.
Right?
You guys,
Listen.
you guys, this is called a zucchini.
So I kind of wanted to know about if you all have had any gardening experiences before, whether you've done any gardening on your own at home or if you have a garden now, anything like that that you want to share.
Not here, but as growing up, my parents had a vegetable garden, they had raspberries and strawberries and
Right.
cucumbers, tomatoes, green beans.
That sounds great.
Sarah's birthday is today.
My birthday's coming up.
When's your birthday?
I'm just gonna close this.
Monday. It's on Halloween. You're a Halloween baby. What's everyone gonna be for Halloween?
I'm being myself.
That's not very fun.
creative. But my mama says she might go get some paint and paint my face.
Okay. What are you gonna be?
Pearl, what are you gonna be?
I'm going to be a butterfly.
Who wants extra oatmeal? Anybody?
I
Ariana and Rachel and Yana.
Do you want one? Because you already got 2 macaronis, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right, then you 2 now. Do you want it? It's oatmeal?
I want it.
You already got a double. Does anyone who hasn't had a double of anything want this?
Good job.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. See you next
Bye,
week.
guys. You did a great job today.
Thank you for all your help.
See you later.
Since this is kind of a class, do you think we need some class rules?
Yes.
They're not gonna be. They're gonna be fun rules. It's just gonna help you
Okay,
pay attention.
No, that's not.
Okay, so listen up, you guys. The first thing is we can't hear you if you all talk at the
Yeah.
same time.
Do you think there should be a rule about talking?
No.
What do you think? You should
Yes.
raise your hand when you want to
Good
talk.
one. Yes. Good
All right,
one.
we'll make that a rule. You won't know what to do,
I want
right?
to play.
Okay, so listen up. Remember, you're not really supposed to talk until you raise your hand. And then we'll call on you, then you can speak. Okay, if you do that, if you raise your hand and you just talk, well, somebody else, maybe they raise their hand too and they got called on. Okay? And when one of us does this, that means,
Be quiet.
okay?
Let's have some peace and quiet.
Right, everybody look at me.
6 weeks when you graduate. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
First of all, let me say this. When Colleen did her last lesson, you guys did excellent.
2 fingers in your swirl, just a little bit, a little ways
If
down.
everyone wouldn't mind just listening up to Shelby.
All right, so we're gonna come around. Just
So let's see how the easiest thing. Okay, so y'all 3 will be a group. Y'all 4 be a group, and then you guys, do you mind? Or Lauren, do you mind sliding over here and joining in the?
So just a little overview of what we're going to do today. We're going to do a little bit of gardening, a little bit of nutrition learning, and then some cooking. Are you excited?
Yes!
Yeah.
All right, can everybody get attention over here? All right, I know that but if y'all can just do 2 things at once, try to listen to me and make your pizza, so I can get into my gardening lesson for y'all. All right, Annie is passing around a worksheet right now, and it has an acronym on it. It says Find Your Life, and all those letters stand for something, and it's just some ways to help you remember why you should eat food that's locally grown. Can anyone tell me what that means? Local, locally grown? Yeah. Yeah, so anything grown around here by farmers, and who knows where you can buy locally grown food? Is everyone listening? Alright, yeah, Christopher. Yeah, you can. Who's been to the farmer's market before? Y'all, do you like it? Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, there it is. And they always offer samples right along. Really? I've never heard that. That's cool. Girls, have y'all been? What's your favorite